What's going on, YouTube? Madredrew back with another video. You guys already know the drill. Click the link down below so we can set up a consultation call to put you on the path of undeniability. I don't know what you guys like, because I'll post a banger and it'll only get like 40 views. But then I'll go ahead and post some, like decent shit, and that shit'll go viral. So I don't know what you guys like. So you guys need to communicate with me. You guys need to understand that I make content for myself, but if you guys like certain topics that I talk about, if you guys are feeling what I'm putting down on certain subjects, then you guys need to respond, because this is a community, right? And if this is a community, that means I have to rely on you the same way you rely on me. Today is going to be a quick video, right? Because I experienced something when I was at work. As you guys know, I work at the gym, right? So I normally work in a room that's separate. I'm not really working with clients. I'm not really in the front. I'm kind of just doing my own thing. That's normally where I reside. But I was outside. I was talking to one of my coworkers, and she referred me to her friend who needed training, right? I just so happened to be right there, and she said, hey, why don't you train my friend, like he knows what he's doing? In my head, if you take a look at me, I obviously know what I'm doing, right? You can't just lollygag your way into a body like this. This takes years of extreme discipline, but some people just don't understand that. So she asked me, am I good? I looked at her a little sideways, like I thought she was playing, right? And I'm thinking we're joking. So I go and I train her, right? And then at first I could tell she's a little iffy. She's not trusting what I'm saying. She's not doing what I'm saying necessarily, right? She's stopping when I'm telling her not to stop. And, I'm just figuring, okay, we got to warm up to each other. So as we continue to work out, by the end of the workout, she's like, okay, you're all right. I didn't know you were this good. You're just as good as the last girl trainer that I had. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, like, she actually doesn't know if I was good or not. Like, she wasn't playing earlier. So I looked at her in the face and I said, I know I do my own thing in the back, but I want you to understand that who you're talking to is the one. Like, I really do this. Like, this isn't a joke. And I want to go back to the fact that she thought that I wasn't who I was. I wasn't someone who was good at what I do. And the reason that she felt this way wasn't because she looked at me with some type of animosity. It wasn't because of the way I looked. It was because of the way I acted at work. Right? Because I got this job because I really wanted to focus on other tasks at hand. And this was the job that I understood they were willing to put me through labor, but not too much labor, so that I can have energy and I can recuperate from my workouts and focus on my business. That was my priority. I could have worked at other gyms, but I decided to work at this gym because they were giving me that time. So I had this rumor around work that I was, not doing shit. And as I was with her training, right, I could see on her face that she slowly started to realize what she was up against. She was up against someone who understood. She was up against a professional, right? So that's why I want you guys to understand the topic of sticking to your guns. That means that you need to stick with what you're good at. You need to stick with the guns that you have at your side, right? Don't think about other guns. Don't think about other people. Don't think about the knives in the kitchen. Stick to your guns. Stick to what you're good at. Stick to what you already have. Because if you're doing other things, right, like answering the phone and trying to make sales calls and just doing things that are outside of your element that you don't really care about, that you're like, don't even care to learn, people are going to think that you're lazy. People are going to think that you're dumb. People are going to think that you don't like to work hard. I just don't care about those things. Right? If I get up and I go and I try and play the violin, I'm obviously not going to be good at it at first. Let alone if I don't even want to be at violin practice, I'm not going to be good at it. So why are you going to go try and be good at the violin when you know how to play the fucking drums? Go play the drums. You're already good at it. You have 10 plus years at drums. You have experience at this. You have passion for this. You have drive for this. So go play the drums. The drums is going to get you farther in life. A lot of you guys get so sidetracked with side missions. The side missions are distractions. God will never send you a distraction. God will never send you something that is outside of your path. Only the devil does that. You need to stick to your guns. You need to stick to what you are good at. If you're good at sales, stick to sales. If you're good at working out, stick to working out. Find a way to make that work. You guys always get stuck doing this random shit. You guys always just get stuck doing this blue-collar construction job. I get it if you don't know what you're doing and you just want some money, or you have a plan in the long run and you need some money right now. But if you don't know what you're doing, or if you have a passion for something else and you go think that this is going to be a side mission, this is going to take all of your energy. And this is who your identity becomes, right? Me at work, I do have that identity of people genuinely think I'm lazy, right? I mind my own business. I don't know how to fucking answer the phone. Matter of fact, I've never even asked how to answer the phone. I don't care about the fucking phone. This has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with my passion. Nothing to do with my purpose. I'm here so I can get paid and go home. If I wanted to go personal train, I could do that. So after this client, I decided to go get my cert, and I decided to go lock in at the gym and start taking clients as a personal trainer. I didn't want to do this. If you guys go back and you watch my other video, this wasn't a part of my plan. I just needed a place where I can go, do my job for just being there and getting paid. I'm not trying to look for a finesse. I'm not trying to look for a way out. I'm just tired of looking for distractions. I have worked over 25 jobs. I'm not working anywhere where my energy will be drained, so I have no more energy to go to where I need to go to and do what I need to do. I have other priorities, and that's so hard for people to understand because other people just work, and that is their entire life, and then they go home, and they sleep, and they repeat. So when you sit there and you say you have other things, it just goes over their head. When you sit there and you say that you have work and a business outside of this, it just goes over their head. Like, they don't understand. They don't even believe you. Like, they think that this is it. This isn't it. Me showing up to work, this is the start of my day. This is 1 out of the 3 most important things that I have to do, right? So stick to your guns. So because I don't answer the phone, because I don't fucking sell memberships to a gym that I have no relationship with, people are going to think that you're lazy. People are going to think that I'm dumb and lazy. Me personally, I'm like, fine, perfect. Think that. Go ahead. If you want to think I'm a dumbass, if you want to think that I'm a dumbass, then you guys can have that. You guys are sheep. You can have that thought process. I want nothing to do with that. That has nothing to do with me. If you guys think I'm dumb and you're smart, I don't want to be smart. I don't want to be not lazy. Have you ever worked before? Have you ever done anything? Like, genuinely anything outside of this job? I don't give a fuck about the side missions. It means nada. Nothing to me. But I realized that I have to stick to what I'm good at. Not only was it passing the time, not only am I effortlessly good at this, but I need my respect. And when you stick to your guns, when you know how fast you can pull that trigger, when you know how many rounds are in your magazine, your personal magazines, you know if you have an extendo, you know if you have a red dot sight, you know if your gun needs to be adjusted to the left or to the right, you know what eye is more accurate than the other, you know. So why would you pick up the kitchen knife and fight with that when you know what you are capable of? It doesn't make any sense. And I'm being vulnerable right now because this applies to so many of you guys. You need to stick to your guns because other people will think that you aren't who you say you are. And they're going to run with that because they can't wait to find something wrong with you. They can't, especially if you work on yourself, especially if you're a man who has something achieved, success, finances, life experience. If you have these traits, they are dying to find something wrong with you. So they can feed off that. So they can feed their inadequacies. People will look at you from afar and say, who's that? Right? They'll whisper. Who is that guy? Who's that guy? That buff one, right? The fit one, the handsome one. Who's that guy over there? What does he do? Oh, yeah, he's cool. He's kind of a dumbass. Oh, yeah, he's cool. He's kind of dumb. He's a little lazy. He doesn't really know how to work. He doesn't really do anything. That's what they're saying about you guys. That's what they're waiting to say. Oh, he eats dirty. Oh, he's a hoe. They can't wait to find something wrong with you. His teeth are gross. His breath smells. And they don't say this about me. But I'm just saying that this stuff happens. If you think people are just going to sit up there and gas you up, oh, he's a good guy. He's a catch. You should definitely go for him. If you think people are sitting up here and saying that, especially if you're better than them, you need a reality check. Stick to your guns. This is going to bring you the farthest in life. This is where you're going to see the more success. This is where you're going to kill them with perfection, with progress, with undeniability, when you are well-rounded, not when they have something to say. Because what can they say when they have nothing to say about you? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, comment, and subscribe on this video if you guys want to see more. Wavy Drew. I'm out.